What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix new series, Wu Assassin. Hey, before you watch this review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Okay, special thanks to Netflix for granting me the first few episodes of this new show. I did not get the entire 10, only the first 3, but still, I want to give you my overall thoughts about him on a general level, from the bird's eye viewpoint, if you will. And when Wu Assassin finally premieres this coming Thursday, and all of you have seen it too, then maybe by then, maybe we can have another video discussing it more thoroughly. But for now, once again, I will share the generic plot synopsis that Netflix had released for the public, and then my bird's eye view thoughts about those specific episodes that I did get to screen. So that's what you'll get here in this video. Now, Netflix had asked me not to spill any spoilers, therefore, I will honor their request. This is a spoiler-free review. Okay, back when I interviewed Uwais for the movie Mile 22 last year, he did mention to me that he was busy working on his new Netflix project. And to be honest with you, I had no idea that it was gonna be like this. Now, I'm not saying that in a bad way. What I'm saying is that I expected something that's more mainstream, big budget, like the role that he did in that 20th Century Fox action comedy, Stuber. But here's what's fascinating about Wu Assassin, in that much of the look and the tone of this show kind of pays homage or serves as a throwback to many of the 90s martial art TV series that I remember grew up watching in Asia, with regards to how much simpler things were back then in terms of the story and the visual effects, even the dialogues and the fight choreographies. Created by John Worth and Tony Krantz, Wu Assassin is about a young Chinatown chef named Kai in present-day San Francisco. He becomes entangled with the Chinese triad's pursuit of deadly ancient powers known as Wu Xing. After an encounter with a mystical spirit, Kai reluctantly becomes the Wu Assassin, using his enhanced martial arts skills to recover supernatural powers from 5 modern-day criminals, threatening to use them to destroy the world. As an Indonesian, I always try my best to root for and support any Indonesian talent, which is why I'm super stoked that Indo superstar Iko Uwais has scored his big Netflix show. Now, the following part is not necessarily a spoiler, but his character Kai is described as Chinese Indonesian, which to me is interesting but also understandable, since the setting is Chinatown. And this makes Kai somewhat rich as a character, being that he can be conflicted between 2 worlds or 2 cultures. After having followed Iko Uwais' career and watched his movies for a number of years now, I am comfortable enough to say that his acting has gotten significantly better. Putting aside the punches and the kicks and the lethal moves, Ikos' performance as Kai, at least from the 3 episodes that I watched, shows to me an actor who has grown in his ability to appropriately and precisely react to his opposing characters and his surroundings. Iko obviously plays your typical modest lead hero that fights only when he has to or to defend himself. But even in a situation that calls for a bit of flirtation for a potential romance, or maybe there's a big reveal that leads to regret and disappointment, Iko consistently shows that he is up for the task. I mean, he is showing more range this time around. Granted, his English is still a bit hard for us to make out what exactly he is saying at that given moment, but he's improving. It's fun watching the beautiful actress Katheryn Winnick from History Channel's Vikings show up as a series regular on Wu Assassin. Now, I'm not gonna say more because it might go into spoiler territory, but her character is so hard-boiled. I like it. A lot of you out there probably don't know this, but Katheryn Winnick, for reals, is actually an accomplished martial artist herself. I kid you not. She has a 3rd-degree black belt in Taekwondo and a 2nd-degree black belt in Karate, if I'm not mistaken. So on a show like this, where there's bound to be at least 2 or 3 fight choreographies happening every episode, without getting into details, let's just say that Katheryn can hold her own. She can stand her ground, and she can dance with the big boys, so to speak. Iko, of course, unleashes his usual pancak silat. I'm sure there are other fighting styles mixed in there as well that you'll get to see on this show. For the 3 episodes that I did watch, it's mostly Iko fighting off a bunch of stuntmen. By that I mean, you don't actually get to see him face a real formidable foe yet. At least not this early on in the game. So in these 3 episodes, it's basically just Iko goes to beat up one bad guy after the next, sometimes in the hallway, without breaking a sweat. So it's just a game of, let's see how Iko knocked this baddie out. The story is your usual gangster triad story with Iko's character Kai caught in the middle of that hot mess. And if you're wondering how the mystical stuff kind of plays into that or factors in, well, you're just gonna have to watch the show to find out for yourselves. That's all I'm gonna say for now. You will see, you will come to understand how Kai is connected to all of this, to the big bad guy, but I'm not gonna be the one to reveal that to you here. But again, as I implied earlier, much of Wu Assassin kind of harkens back to the many 90s martial art television shows that they used to play all over Asia. Even the visual effects in Wu Assassin looks like something out of the 90s Mortal Kombat movie, back when our eyes had not gotten used to today's CG spectacle. So if you ask me if this show is worth watching, I would say yes, but the warning label would be this. This is not a martial arts show for everybody, because this is a martial arts show for those of us who long missed the days of Kung Fu, The Legend Continues, and martial law. Remember that one? There are scenarios in Wu Assassin that are just begging to be made fun of because they seem to arrive 20 years too late, if you will. But that's the whole point of the show. It all comes down to this. If you're looking for something more sophisticated, then Wu Assassin is not the show for you. Because Wu Assassin lives somewhere in the areas between cheesy and cool, but leans slightly a bit more towards cheese than cool.